All right, good morning, everybody. It's Lindsay here with Lincoln Children's Museum for another edition of our Boredom Buster activities. Happy Sunday. Hopefully it's going to get a little nice out today. The sunshine yesterday was wonderful. We went on a nice walk in our neighborhood, got some fresh air, saw some neighbors, from across the street with our social distancing practices. We have some fun activities for you today, all about water and ice and the different stages that we see in water. So first, if you tag a friend in the first 2 minutes, you'll be entered to win a drawing that we'll announce on Monday. You'll win a science or art kit that you can pick up here at the museum. We'll pull them all together week to week and do those drawings on Monday. So, joke fun fact for today, Mandy, H2O is water, but what is H2O for?
I don't know.
Drinking and swimming, of course. So these are H2O for. I love it. Okay, so a few sheets that we have today. All of these we're going to post in our the description of the video today, but you can also find them on our website. It's our LincolnChildren'sMuseum.org, and find our Boredom Buster page, and we have everything mapped out day to day with all the sheets and activities and programming that we're doing. So first you'll find our parent guide that will have the science experiment we're going to do today, along with a craft and 2 different add-on activities. I'll walk you through the craft with these add-on activities real quick. Look at these super cute raindrop emojis. So you can talk about the different emotions that you see, maybe why your kids might experience these emotions, and then if you have popsicle sticks or chopsticks or anything, you could cut them out and make little raise the paddle. And then throughout the day or throughout the week, when you're home a lot more with your children than maybe you usually are, stuck inside, you can use them to ask about how they're feeling, and hey, get that raindrop, let's talk about your emotions, and help develop some of those communication skills about feelings. Another activity we have today is hot, warm, cold, frozen, and you can kind of match what item goes to which temperature. And then we do have, of course, another book and song recommendation. The book link that we've shared is for The Wizard Who Saved the World by Geoffrey Bennett. And this is actually read in space by a NASA astronaut. I'm sure some of us have seen those links floating around in the social media world, but those are really fun to watch. The astronauts read those in space. And then the song is a Get Up and Move one about dancing and freezing. And then if your kids are obsessed with Frozen, like probably 99.9% of the children out in the world right now, they can pretend to be Elsa and freeze during those moments as well, which is a really fun way to get even more engaged. All right, so let's talk about our science experiment today. So really what we're doing today is just looking at how we can be a scientist, which is all about investigating, hypothesizing, and analyzing. So for fun, you can get some science goggles on, or if you have some safety goggles for any work that you're doing around the house or in the garage, great time to tackle some of those projects. What we've done today is made an ice orb. And I'll show you how to do this, but it's really just a balloon filled with water, and I did some food coloring and then put some objects in it. So after you freeze your orb, which of course will take several hours or overnight, you can have it in a bowl and have the kids kind of look through it and guess what you froze inside of it, and then they can use a microscope if they have one and kind of really look through it. What do you think is in there? Let's investigate. Let's hypothesize. What do we think is there? And then, of course, we know that as a scientist, it's okay to ask questions and to change your mind. That's why it's a hypothesis. Then there are lots of fun tools you can use to try and get to the root of it. I have about 8,000 of these medicine syringes around my house, so these are fun to use. You can use a spray bottle as well. Try and encourage it to melt. You could also put some salt. I forgot to grab salt, but you could throw salt on there too and talk about why do we use salt in the wintertime on the roads? What does it do? And the answer is that it lowers the freezing temperature for water. So it's not necessarily super helpful in this because it's not really going to thaw ice that is there. But if you had water that's trying to turn into ice, it would need a lower temperature versus that 32 degrees that we know. So just different fun things you can look through and try to ask them. So of course I've got a fun little googly eye in there. I don't even remember what else I put in this. This was on Friday that I froze it. A button. I think I have a dried bean in there. So lots of fun things. So to make your ice orb, we'll go down to the next table. I'll take my goggles off now since I'm not doing anything crazy. I did have tweezers over there so you could have the kids kind of stab at the ice a little bit. A balloon. If you don't have a balloon though, you could also use a cup or a bowl, fill it with water, find some little knickknacks, prizes, things that maybe you would want to put in. I thought the ring, I know my daughter would love to find a ring in there if she got to wear it and then keep it afterwards. If you have some small things, you could even put some glitter in there. Then maybe you want to use the funnel for the balloon, and then of course some food coloring to make it fun. Another thing you can do, of course, if it's not in a balloon, it may not actually be an orb, but talk about what is an orb, where do we see orbs, how do we use them. Of course, anything that's circular or a ball or sphere would be another word for that. Incorporate those items, and then the food coloring just makes it a little harder to see everything. So that is our fun ice orb activity, and it's just using those skills as a scientist, investigating, analyzing, hypothesizing. And then we have the two other activities that are on that parent guide. One is a Waves of the Ocean craft. So just some paper, different strips that you can cut and then glue on. You can make a sailboat to put on it. There's a good, very cute examples that our marketing communications manager, her kids made yesterday, and they took some great pictures. So you have a sailboat and some other fun things you could add on to your ocean craft. And then another little experiment is to take some different coins of different sizes. We found a euro, or 5 pence actually, and then you could have your kiddos count how many droplets of water are they able to fit on each coin. Does the size of the coin relate to how much the coin is worth? Why can you get some more onto others? How much is it worth? How many does it take to get to $1? A good opportunity to get some of those math skills and talk about those things. So that's all that I have for you today. Take a moment, go onto the website, look at all the different activities after you get through a lot of these, which of course the ice orb will take a little while because you do have to freeze that. Come back on, post some pictures, share your experiences in the comments, and be entered for a kazoo call out that we'll do next week as well. Hope you're staying safe and warm and having a great time out there, and try to relax and find some self-care today as well. Have a great day.